It's a celebration over here. 600 plus amazing subscribers. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I love you all. Thank you so much. We are getting there. We are learning. We are becoming financially literate. We are becoming financially smart. And we are becoming financially intelligent. This is my dream. This is all I want. I believe that for everyone who has clicked on the subscribe button, who has ever commented, who has liked our video, who has supported this channel, supported me, your sister. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Like, it is love, love, love from here. Thank you for your likes, thank you for your loves, thank you for your smiles, thank you for all the, everything, all your subscribe. Thank you, everyone. I am really, really grateful. Today, we're going to talk about major money moves. See, we've entered July, second half of the year. Let's look at where money is moving in the stock market. Of course, on this channel, I show you how to make money, how to manage money, and how to multiply money. But managing and multiplying your money is where I'm focusing on, because the little you have has to work. So when it comes to consistently generating, automating, and accelerating, that's where you see me. Like, that is where I am going to be showing up, because when you talk about money moves, the beautiful thing about investments is that even when you take a break, they are working for you. Like, your dividends are still going to pay you every week. They're still going to pay you every month. That's what I'm talking about. So there are so many things as a content creator. If you say, I'm not going to post again, it's going to, but for your investments, they are going to keep printing for you. So if you're ready with me and you want us to go on this money move together, let's get started. So we're going to talk about the market update. Let's look at what's been happening in the market. First of all-time highs. Now let's look at the new week in focus and of course the FOMC minutes. So let's talk a little bit about them. So this week that just passed was a shortened week because on Thursday market traded just till 6 p.m. And then on Friday, which was the American independence, so nothing much happened, but still we reached a fresh record high because there is so much optimism around the trade negotiations, easing of geopolitical tensions, the signing of all the war season and all that. And then, of course, there was the Federal Reserve comment that sounded nice. And of course, we end up at all-time high, the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, the Dow Jones. These are the major market breathers, and they really have gone up. And I'm going to show you. So the only thing we're looking at in this week we're entering is the fact that we're going to have an FOMC minutes. So it has been done already. We're just the Federal Reserve chair is just going to come out and read what they discussed last week. And sometimes, of course, it does have a way of affecting the market. And of course, this particular week that we just entered, nothing really much in terms of reports and earnings, because we are going to be starting a fresh batch of earnings season. So the only companies that will be reporting earnings are Levi Strauss, Delta Airline. I'm going to be watching Delta Airline because the hospitality and the air aviation industry has really picked up. And these are just the only two stocks I'm going to really be focusing on. So that's about market updates. So let's talk about the stocks you can buy this July for massive profit. Of course, I bring you good luck, I bring you good information, and of course, the information I'm sharing with you are my personal views, which are from my experiences, my research, and the things that are working for me. So make sure you do your own research before you invest. And this is for educational purposes. If you wish to join, please head over and join our VIP community. We are getting results, and of course, I'll be sharing with you some of those things. So this is the a particular stock we bought. This is SoFi, and this was in April. We bought this stock around $9. Look at where we are today, 18.57. This is where markets closed on Thursday evening, 18.57, meaning that's 100% between April and July 4th. It's amazing, right? So this is one of the stocks that we picked. This is one of my favorite stocks. So this is S&P 500. We dipped down to about 480, and look at how fast. This was April 2, and this is the move to 625. So we now have beaten this first record, second record, third record, and we now have a new all-time high. And of course, we trade with caution. It is time to make money, okay? Now that we have gotten so up here, for me and my community members, we are doing a lot of things because currently we have just had a golden cross moment. Whenever there's a golden cross moment, it signals a bullish move. So we're probably going to get to 630 or 640 before we have a major pullback. So you can see from here, we had a pullback. Try to pick up again. There was another pullback. So each time it pulls up, there's a pullback. So this is very healthy. I just want you to know that there is money to be made. Of course, right now, many people are doing what we call profit taking. Most people that bought here are now selling here. It's just like this sofi I showed you. Most of the stocks we bought here, we're now taking profit and selling off most of our assets. So that is how you play the game. You buy low and you sell high. That's the game. So in these bullish markets, there is always the bear. So whenever the market becomes so bullish, the bears are there to attack. So we keep in mind, we do not panic, we prepare and plan. People who make hard choices live easy lives, and people who make easy choices live hard lives. Just take your moment and think about what I just said. So expensive markets right now can continue. Okay, the fact that market has gone up, maybe so far has gone to 18, does not mean it may not touch 22, 23. And that's why we are doing what we call profit taking. When you take profit, you are not losing out. It's a special strategy I teach people in my community. So it's, and we are already starting our $100 dollar challenge. This is one of the things we're doing in this period to make sure that we are making a lot of money. So let's go back to the chart so that we can look at some of these stocks we're going to talk about: Apple, Trip, enphase, ARM, XLE, and Hood. Let's head over and talk about how these stocks are going to affect, because right now it looks as if even the tariff policy, inflation, and interest rate are not even touching the market. The market is just rocking high. So one way we are going to succeed is we have a plan, we do our profit taking, and this is one way people fail, when they don't know when to take their profit. So you end up losing everything. Let's get into the chart and look at these stocks I've mentioned and see where we can use them to make some money. Here we are, and this is Apple stock. Apple used to be at 249 and it's been selling off when others sold off. Of course, I showed you the SPY. But this is what happened. Since it dropped to 169, it has barely crossed 212, 213, and that's currently where we are. So it's been trading sideways. It's been consolidating. What I see happening here is this stock, if it breaks this resistance, it's heading to 220. And if it breaks 226, then we are heading to 230. But I still see this stock coming a little, back to 200 to 205 to retest this area, which I see, because like I said, stocks are going to sell off a little bit. So I believe this may pull back a little bit or still continue. You never know. So you better prepare instead of just wishing and thinking, oh, what just happened? So Apple, of course, is one of those stocks, because imagine getting it at 200 and you ride it to 259. And of course, if it touches here, it's probably going to touch 260. So that means you've made $60 off per stock. Now, this is my second stock. Now ARM is into artificial intelligence. It dropped to $80, and anytime this stock drops, I'm always quick to rush it. Look at where we are, from $80 to 155, almost 100% return. This is the kind of stocks that I love to, watch whenever it drops. So this, I can see that this stock is dropping a little bit, and I'm hoping it will come back to 137. The 130s, maybe around the low end of the 130s, like 135, 134. But if it gets to 135, it's probably going to touch 122 to 125. So let's see how that goes. If it happens, then it will be a good place to grab this stock and run along with it. So let me take us to um enphase. So I'm just picking them as I spot them here. So this is enphase. Enphase is enphase is a very good company, one of the best when it comes to solar energy. They are the best. But unfortunately, with this Trump administration, they've been coming up with policies that are affecting companies that have solar energy and solar inverters. So this stock has been taking a hit since Trump took over. But this stock is making sense. Look at this. Look at this, guys. I want you to see this. This stock touched 33. Let's say you even got to 35, and he actually touched 44. So this stock may likely come down again because you can see here is forming a lower low. This never came up to this. This never came up to this. And of course, now this is not coming up to this. So if it gets beaten down, it's probably going to maybe touch 30. But I do hope this stock picks up from here, because if it picks up, it's going to be sweet. This stock used to be in the hundreds. Look at this. Look at this. This stock used to be in 130. Imagine getting it at 42 and you cross your leg. But of course, do your own due diligence before you take such decisions. Let's talk about XLE. Let me rush. Let's talk about XLE. This is the ETF for energy. It's been taking a hit upon hit. So energy stocks have been hit. So look at this. I'm looking at it too. If it touches 84 down to 80, or even yes, down to 80, it would be good to ride it up to 95 to 100. So that is for that. So let's look at Hood, Robin Hood. This is a good stock. They were hoping to make it into the S&P 500, but they missed it. But still, this stock has had an impressive run from $29 to 100 between April to July. This is amazing. That means your money has grown 3 times plus. And of course, any pullback would be nice for you to ride it. This stock may likely head to 150. Now let's talk about Hood. Sorry, Trip. Trip. Now, Trip is actually, let's get to the profile. I want us to look at this together. So, Trip is an online travel company. So, they leverage on brands, technology, and capabilities to connect people. So, you want to travel, they help you with content, travel guidance, places to go for accommodation, restaurant, and other things that have to do with, trips. And they've been dropping because they were not making money as they expected to make from brands, from affiliates, and also from ads. But recently, a company called I think Starboard or Star something, this recently invested heavily in this company, and they had this push up from $12 to 17, which is amazing. So this is a stock you can keep under your radar. If it pulls back, you can grab this stock. Of course, the major list which we are using in the community are available for my VIP members. We have stocks that we're looking to do 100 to 300%, and that I'm reserving for them because that's what we do best. So if you want to enjoy that benefit, please join us in the VIP community. Just cost 50,000 naira and you would so love it there. So did you learn something new? Did you see some of the money move stocks that I just discussed? If you're a very smart person, you can actually pick one or two and use it to make money for the remaining part of the year. But if you want to fast track, if you want to make sure that this information that I'm giving, if you want me to hold your hand and see my full analysis, see my buy prices, where I'm buying these stocks and where I'm selling and where we are taking profit, you can get all the help you need from me if you are joining us in the community. These are some of the things we'll be doing in this second quarter. I will review your portfolio. We will participate in the 100% challenge. We have a dividend challenge, compound interest, and market analysis. So if you enjoy this, please subscribe. I would love you to celebrate the 600 plus subscribers with me with 100 likes. And I do hope you watch this video up until this moment so you can get all the benefits. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share this video with your friends. If you have some of these stocks in your portfolio, let me know in the comments. If you want to buy them, let me know in the comment section. I would truly love to hear from you, and I'll see you in the next